In a couple of seconds it will load my latest new messages, and you can see I can drag and position it in a different area. On the left side you see my Google reader list, so it gives you also a really nice visualization of what's happening. I can easily say how much the currency converter I use that often, but you can customize this on your specific needs. So you can include, if you have Gmail for example, you can include a bar like this for your Gmail email, so you get an overview of what's happening. My Gmail is standing here, by the way. So iGoogle is also a way to keep track of all your profiles that you are having out there, and to manage it in a better way. So you can decide to use Google Reader or iGoogle or both, because you can also match them up in this screen. But so that you know that's there. On the right side of the screen you can see the link add stuff, and that means that you can add new columns like these. So if you have a Facebook account, you can also include the latest updates, your wall post from Facebook. Now that was in short and the Twitter or not in short. Yeah, you can also, for example, I showed you how to search for experts via Twitter. That you use a particular keyword, that you can see who is writing about that particular keyword. But you can also do it the opposite way. You can also through your Google. Through your reader, for example, you can find out, or if you know somebody who publishes about a certain topic, you can also try to find that person within Twitter. So for example, let's say I don't have Barack Obama in my list, and you type in Barack Obama. And then you see first all the tweets that have been published about him. But on the top of the result list, you see also tweets with links, tweets near you, and people. And if you click on people, then you can see the people who have the Twitter account with Barack Obama. And of course, there are really a lot of Barack Obama identities. So who is the real one in this collection? And that's also a point of discussion that you rose yesterday, is that you like Twitter a lot because you can see whether it's a real person or not. And with Facebook that's a little bit difficult. And the reason, or the way how you can see that it's that this one is the real Barack Obama, is they have an icon here, the blue one, behind his name, and that means that it has been a verified account. So the more popular person you find, the more people want to resemble them with it. But then they have a tool in Twitter to make sure that they say, okay, this is the real person that you were looking for. But maybe Barack Obama was a little bit. Do you have any researchers in your field, for example, or in Bangladesh, to see whether they have a Twitter account? Can you give me some names? No?
Try our Prime Minister.
The old Prime Minister?
The present one, Begum Hasina.
Could you come over to me, because that went really fast. And I ask you to type it in.
I think she doesn't have any Twitter account.
On the right side now of the screen, you can see her profile, and this is also how you need to to qualify the information, to qualify the person, to qualify what kind of resource it is. And you can see 26 tweets. That means that this person has sent, or Sheikh Hasina has sent 26 messages on the internet. It's not a lot when you try to use it to inform the citizens of Bangladesh. She's only following 9 persons, and there are only 360 people who are following her. And I know that there are 160 million people here in this country, and I know that they don't have all Twitter. But this is, for me, also something to see. This is not her, so she doesn't have a Facebook account.
Twitter.
So this is how you should evaluate the people in your network and to select your network. And that takes some time before you have a really complete, diverse bunch of people. But the more you look at network connections like this, the sooner you will get the benefit out of it. Because otherwise you get bombarded with marketing messages or political messages. Okay, she doesn't have a Twitter account, but let's go back to the messages that has been sent about her. That's something interesting, because that comes from a diverse of people from all over the world. But yeah, if you then see this one, I'm not. If I try to find information for about a government or about research information, for example, and you see a picture of a lipstick mouth, that's for me a filter of no reading, because you don't want to read all the messages on Twitter. You can't do it, by the way. There are many Twitter users. So, for example, Anya, she's in the info. Do you read all your Twitter messages?
Almost, but I'm very selective.
You're very selective. Because if I look to myself,
I subscribe and follow people I know is interested.
You know that. Your question is if you don't know that person, of course. Yeah. Then you should search for keywords that are interest for you. For example, ICT. Let's just find it. But of course, ICT could be a really broad keyword. There are many people who are talking about ICT, of course. So that doesn't help so much a person who is at event ICT, but you can also just specify your search more by including extra keywords.
ICT for Bangladesh.
Bangladesh?
ICT for Bangladesh.
Now this is a person who used Bangladesh and ICT in his message on the 21st of February. So that it's a way to. It's good that it's only one, because otherwise you've got an overload again. You click on his name, and then you can see a journalist based in Dhaka, Bangladesh, writing on war crimes, trials, abuse of power, corruption, and much more. And probably he also has an interest in ICT because he mentioned it in one of his. But this could be a person that could once in a while drop a line that could be interest of you. But at a certain point, if that doesn't add any value to your domain, you can unfollow him at a certain point, because he's talking too much about abuse of power or corruption. Well, this is a way, this search bar, to use it with keywords you're interested in. So for example, in the development field, there's a hashtag that they always use, and it's ICT4D. Of course you need to know that before you can use it, but if you get into the community, you will get to know their way of talking to each other. So now you see the people all over the world who are interested in ICT for development. How can they use it? And you can see that they use in one message more than one hashtag. So this one is about NGOs, NUL, and much more. You can see on the pictures that those are more companies that are publishing something about ICT for development. And here you see individuals that are interested. But that's also something to look at. As there are many people who form a community who start special tech. But that's the reason why we started by saying to you, use BD11 when you Twitter about this conference. Because you can, what you saw in the beginning, you can mash up these messages in your own website for your company to show what's happening about your branding.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How can I upload any photo in Twitter, like Facebook?
Yeah.
Can you repeat the question?
How can we upload the photo? Not my photo, in any other photo, how can I upload it?
Yeah. That's also a good question. If you are on the website of Twitter, you have here next to my name. If you click on that, then you can write your own message, and you can see this is only text-based message what I can type, and not more than that. And a lot of people are like, if you see to Libya, for example, what's happening there. They close down the communication, but people are still managing to make pictures and send it to the outside world. But they don't use the Twitter website. They use applications on their mobile phones, or they use what I do, TweetDeck.